Welcome to the Sega Lounge, a podcast dedicated to our love for all things Sega, be it the games, the music, or the community. I'm KC. In each episode, I'll be talking to different guests and sharing their projects and their passion for Sega. Hello, my name is KC. This is the Sega Lounge, and you are more than welcome to join me for the next hour or so and learn more about our amazing guest of the week. Before we jump into this week's interview, I'd like to tell you about something special going on at Radio Sega. Radio Sega being our family here at the Sega Lounge. Every year, Radio Sega organizes the Fan Choice Awards, which include both Song and Remix of the Year. The process of choosing Song of the Year has two steps: nomination and voting. The former calls upon the listeners and the Sega community in general to nominate 5 songs from the list of Sega games that were released in the previous 12 months. And the nomination period is currently underway. You can find more info and the full list of eligible games at radiose.ga/fanchoice2020. You can nominate your favorite songs until early December, at which point the 10 most nominated tracks will be part of the final Song of the Year 2020 poll. Remember, radiose.ga/fanchoice2020. And now, it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for this week's guest. In the distant year of 2013, I had the pleasure of interviewing Scott Davis, a programmer, Sega fan, and the creator of RetroAchievements.org, a project that intended to add achievements to old games. This week, I'm joined on the Sega Lounge by Meleu, a staffer over at RetroAchievements. We talk about the site's inception, Meleu's work with the RA community, and what's in store for the future. Do you love collecting trophies or achievements in modern games? Ever wished you could get achievements in your favorite retro games? Keep listening to find out how you can make that happen thanks to Retro Achievements. Hello, Meleu. Welcome to the Sega Lounge.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
How are you?
I'm fine.
It's a pleasure. Pleasure to have you. Thank you very much for your time. You're here to talk about a very neat website. We'll talk about in a few minutes. But first, would you like to introduce yourself to our listeners? Would you like to tell us, for example, how you got into video games? And then we'll talk about retro achievements afterwards.
Okay. Talking a bit about my gaming life, right?
Exactly, your history with games,
okay.
How you started and stuff.
Well, I'm the youngest of my siblings in my family, and the youngest ones are usually lucky to be born in an environment where the older siblings already have friends and, let's say, entertainment stuff. And I remember the very first experience I had with video games was while visiting a friend of one of my older brothers, and it was a weird console named, here in Brazil, it's called Telejogo. I'm not sure if there is an equivalent for that in the international market, but in English it would be something like Telegame. but well,
Exactly.
it was basically a Pong, and only that. And there isn't a way to change cartridge or change the game or play anything different than Pong. And an interesting thing about that Telejogo thing is that there isn't a joystick. You had to control your bar with the dial built on top of the console. And well,
Okay.
for a really young kid, I can't remember exactly, but I think I was 6 or 7. Controlling something that appears in a TV screen was like magic for me. and well, later, while visiting the same guy, friends of my brother, I had contact with a video game named Odyssey. I think international community know it as Magnavox. I'm not sure.
Oh
And,
yeah.
and I remember that it had an actual keyboard on the console. And man, when I realized that I would be able to write my name on a TV screen, it was a shocking experience for me as a kid. I mean, shocking as an extremely delightful experience. An awesome thing.
Hmm. Yeah.
And well, later, my family had an Atari to 2600, and that's when I really started my gamer life. I mean, at my own home, playing games like Enduro, Pac-Man, Pitfall, Keystone Capers, River Raids, Frogger, Mega Mania, these kind of things. And a bit later, we had a nice clone, NES clone, and it happened when I was at an age where I was really into gaming. And then I played a lot of Super Mario, Mega Man, which is my favorite franchise, Contra, DuckTales, River City, Handsome, and I really love this one, and it's a beat 'em up with
Beat
the
'em up.
touch
Yeah.
with a touch of an RPG. It's
Uh-huh.
interesting. You can increase your skills and stuff like that. Double Dragon, Castlevania, Ninja Gaiden, this Battletoads. Well, the list goes on indefinitely. And from this 8-bit era, I remember also playing some Sega Master System games while visiting some friends. And I remember playing Alex Kidd in Miracle World. And then the arcade games started to become popular in my city. And I remember seeing games like Final Fight, Street Fighter, The Simpsons, Captain Commando, Cadillacs, and dinosaurs. But about arcades, there were some unfortunate things, though. The first one is that I wasn't, let's say, I didn't have too much spare money to spend on coin-operated games, and
Yeah.
and the second unfortunate thing is that, well, my father didn't like to see his children on arcade stores. I'm not sure how it is around the world, but well, here in Brazil in the 90s, the arcade stores were not exactly kids friendly environments. Grown up dudes smoking, dope dealers, this kind of thing.
Okay.
Anyways, right after it started the 16-bit era and the war between Mega Drive and Super Nintendo started, and I didn't have any of those, but I played a lot of those games at friend's house. And that there is also a fun fact about it, because I had a close friend who had a Super Nintendo, and I was really addicted to that, especially because we were able to play the arcade games at home, like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Final Fight. And well, I didn't have much, let's say, common sense, I guess. The thing is that I would wake up and then go to my friend's house to play video game, and after doing that for several weeks, one day he asked me, "Hey, Meleu, could you please come after 9 a.m.?" Yeah.
Could you please not wake me up so early?
Yeah, yeah. I could be an inconvenient kid when it was about video games. um, well, after that, I was reaching that age when you start to be a rebellious teenager, let's say that, and my interests were slowly moving from video games to things like action sports and punk rock and this kind of thing.
Mm.
And actually, I spent a big portion of my teenager and young adult days practicing rollerblading. Not sure. Some people call
Hmm.
it
Yep.
aggressive inline skating. And actually, if you Google Meleu Traxart as Traxart, you'll see a video of me doing some tricks. And well, at this time, I played a lot of PlayStation One with a friend who was a rollerblader too, and I have good memories playing Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, Resident Evil, Winning Eleven,
Hmm.
Tekken 3, Driver, Metal Gear Solid. Mm. And well, I think after that I started my adult life. College, girls, working, wife, kids, and it made me take a break from gaming. And well, the story about how I came back into gaming, and more specifically into retro gaming, is kind of funny. It was when my older kid was like 8 years old, and I bought for him a secondhand PlayStation 2. And at that time, I wasn't very interested into gaming, but I remember he playing some Dragon Ball Z and Ben 10, and those street sellers selling pirated games here in Brazil. It was a very common thing, and one
Hmm.
day one day he asked me to go to one of those street sellers near to our house, and he went and then came back saying, "Hey, Dad, look, I bought a Super Mario game." And I became surprised that I wasn't aware about any Super Mario game for PlayStation 2. And when I looked carefully, it was actually a CD with emulators for classic consoles and like 4,000 retro games available. Wow, it
For
was
PS2?
for PS2. Yeah,
Oh,
it was really surprising, and it was awesome to revisit those games from my childhood. And well, since then
hmm.
I'm cursed playing old games.
Nothing
And
wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and
So
well,
let me just interrupt you there. Sorry
okay.
to go back a little bit in time because
Mhm,
we as Sega fans here,
mhm,
we know about the history of Brazil with Sega.
mhm.
How Sega is very big in Brazil, but you had an experience with the Master System, some experience with the Mega Drive through a friend's console,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you were never that big of a Mega Drive or Sega fan as maybe many people in Brazil were. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, exactly. And it was, I mean, when they were the current video games, as I revisited many Sega games as a via emulator, but in my childhood, it wasn't common on my neighborhood, at least.
Mhm, mhm. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting because of Tectoy and stuff. So they are still making new versions of the Mega Drive, Master
yeah,
System. So that's
yeah,
why
yeah,
I found it interesting that were you were not the common type of. I don't know if it's common, but at least for us over
mhm.
here in Europe, we think of Brazilian kids in the '90s all with their Mega Drives or
Yeah,
Master Systems. So,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have some friends who are Sega fans, and I played a lot. Toe, Jen, and Earl.
mhm.
Though, what the name of those um thieves? Bonanza Brothers. I get.
Bonanza Brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's awesome to play it as a co-op
Uh
with.
huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But well,
Awesome.
in my childhood, in my neighborhood, it
Hmm.
wasn't really common.
Interesting. That's interesting. Always nice
I
to
hope
know new
I
things, to
hope the
learn new things.
listeners don't. I hope the listeners don't hate me because of that.
Yeah, the interview is basically over now, so you can go.
Yeah.
Bye
Oh, bye
bye.
bye.
Thank you. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool that we have different experiences. That's
Yeah.
always nice.
Yeah.
So, we're here to talk about a little bit about retro achievements. Older listeners of Radio Sega and followers of the Sega Lounge podcast probably know that a few years ago we published an interview, a written interview on the website on radiosega.net with the founder of Retro Achievements. So
Mhm,
apparently you got into retro gaming again more recently because
mhm,
of that, that experience with emulators.
mhm.
How did you find out about Retro Achievements?
Well, actually, I was as a non Windows user. I was always since that episode I talked about with my kid and emulators, and I started to research about emulation, and being a Linux user, I started to research about ways to emulate on Linux, and I found the RetroArch project.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
RetroArch is
Yep.
let's say a multi emulator,
Mm-hmm.
and I also got involved in the RetroPie community. And
Okay.
yeah, RetroPie, well, probably the listeners know, but well,
Yeah.
but it's a project that aims to turn Raspberry Pi into a retro gaming machine.
Mm-hmm.
While being an active member of that community, I learned a lot um, about emulation on Linux, and while trying to configure my RetroPie for RetroAchievements, well, I started to discovering the RetroAchievements feature while tweaking my Raspberry Pi, and I became kind of frustrated because it wasn't very compatible. The RetroArch, I mean, there are a lot of retro names here, but well, RetroArch is
Yeah, but
then
the emulator that usually is used with RetroPie, right?
yeah, RetroArch is the main emulator used in the
Mm-hmm.
RetroPie, and the RetroPie started. A guy started to implement the achievements feature in the RetroArch, but it wasn't really uh, good compatible.
Mm-hmm.
And I got involved in the RetroAchievements project while trying to help that guy to improve the compatibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and well, I think that's
It's
the question.
that's how you found out about the website itself, right? So.
Actually, I found out about the website. A close friend by the way, who is a big Sega fan, and he showed to me. We usually talked about emulation and stuff, and he showed to me the Retro Achievements project, and I became really amazed about the concept of having achievements for old games. But uh,
Mm-hmm.
the emulators available to play with retro achievements were only Windows only emulators, and I didn't give too much attention to it. But when I noticed it would be possible to play with retro achievements on my RetroPie, I became really interested. And well, the thing, an interesting thing about the RetroPie community is that it's a community of makers where when the when a community member noticed the lack of a feature, rather than just giving up or complaining, they actually implement the feature. And even if they don't know how to code, they can help with testing or providing detailed feedback or any way to contribute. And this atmosphere in the RetroPie community was a big influence on me, and I started to well, the retro achievement doesn't work nice in RetroArch, but let's see how can I help it to be compatible. And
Yeah.
I found the guy. It's named he's named Leiradel, and actually he's a Brazilian too. And he started the implementation of retro achievements in the RetroArch, and well, we started to work together to improve the compatibility, and that's how I became more involved in the retro achievements.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Well, yeah.
Excellent. That's a very nice, uh, summary of what happened. Thank you for sharing.
Okay.
So, for people listening, and everyone should know about retro achievements by now. I'm always talking about it, but for people listening and who are not aware of retro achievements, don't know what it is, could you briefly explain what's
hmm
the concept behind this website?
Okay. Yeah, I think the answer depends on the context. It can be a gaming feature, or a website, or a community.
Yeah.
Let me start describing it as a gaming feature with a player point of view. We can say that retro achievements is a feature where you have some, let's say, tasks to accomplish inside the game, and the task is called an achievement. And once you do an achievement, you are rewarded for doing it. And while you were playing, you will see you will see a badge popping on the screen informing you that you unlocked that achievement. And well, some people can say it's just a silly thing, but this silly thing causes an injection of dopamine in your brain and makes you want to keep playing to unlock other achievements. And also, the achievements you unlocked are logged in your account in the website, so you can keep track of the achievements you already have unlocked and the ones you have to you still have to unlock to get that sexy mastery badge, meaning that you unlocked every achievement for that game.
Mhm.
And well, in order to play old games with this feature, you must use specific emulators that we provide. And yeah, that's it. And
Yeah.
the
And so you
sorry,
yeah,
go
please
ahead.
go on. So you were
Okay.
talking about of retro achievements as a feature, right? So it's available
Hmm.
on emulators like RetroArch. You just mentioned
Hmm.
like if you have a
Yeah, yeah.
RetroPie, you can connect your Retro Achievements account with
Hmm.
your RetroPie as well, right?
Hmm. Yeah, the project started with, as I said, the project started with some Windows only emulators, but
Mm-hmm.
fortunately, currently it's possible to play with achievements via a RetroArch. And it's there's a high chance that our listeners know RetroArch, but for those who don't know, it's an awesome piece of software that can run on several platforms and devices such as Windows, Linux, Android, iOS, Raspberry Pi, PS Vita, PlayStation 3, and so on. And
Mm-hmm.
it's an amazing piece of software. And since we managed to integrate the achievement feature into RetroArch, it opened the it we are able to provide this feature for a huge user base, and that's why we at Retro Achievements Project we owe them the RetroArch project a big gratitude. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and
Yeah.
trying to answer what is Retro Achievements, but well, as a community, well, I think we have a pretty good answer in our on our FAQ. Then I'm gonna use that. It says we are a zero profit community who collaborate and compete to earn custom made achievements in classic games through emulation. Achievements are made by and for the community. And I think it's a good answer because it seems to me that every single word in that sentence has a meaningful value. In fact, I wrote the recently I wrote the Retro Achievements Manifest document just to go deeper into that answer. And when I say that we are a zero profit community, someone can argue, hey, you have a Patreon link on your front page. Well, then turns out that getting donations is not our business model, exactly because Retro Achievements is not a business. And
Yeah.
the patrons contribute with literally $1 per month. And fortunately, we have enough patrons to pay the server without needing to rely on annoying adverts. Our website is completely ad free. And
Yeah.
business organizations are usually always eager to get more customers. They do whatever they can to please the customers and keep getting more and more of them. And but the Retro Achievements project is not a business. We are a community. We don't have customers. We have community members. And well,
Mhm.
we are just a bunch of people passionate about retro games. And well, if a person share the same passion, they are very welcome to join us. And um, although we are very welcoming, we are welcoming anyone. We are not desperately begging for more and more users. It works like this: if you like what we have to offer, then come and join us. And when I when it's said that achievements are made by and for the community, it means that we are not offering a service to please outsiders. Of course, we want to provide fun for the retro game lovers everywhere, but like I said, we are not trying to please customers. We are creating content for our own enjoyment. I know that
Yeah.
what I'm saying right now can sound a bit arrogant or something, but I have to say it
No,
this
but
way.
it makes sense. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. I have to say it this way because it was quite common to see frustrated people complaining about how things are in the retro achievement scene. And it's not rare to see people with little to no involvement in the project ranting about things or charging for a professional work. And well, everyone in this project
Or
is a
maybe like asking for new achievements that, oh, there are no achievements for this game, make some now.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
they don't contribute with anything, right?
Yeah, yeah, but actually, this kind of interaction is not that harmful. The thing is, the problem starts when people start to be disrespectful with achievement
Hmm.
creators, and well, everyone in this project is a volunteer and dedicate their free time to this project for pure love. And well, then if a person is frustrated with how things are, they should come with a respectful approach and with a will to help to improve. We like to receive feedback about things we can improve, but it must be respectful and
Of
specific.
course.
Just general ranting doesn't work.
Yeah, this sucks. Why? I don't know. It sucks. So it's not
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
not constructive criticism.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
Okay.
actually,
Yeah.
people who come to suggest new achievements are it is actually a very welcome, and it's an encouraged action. If you're just
Hmm.
a player, you know a game that doesn't have achievements, you are very welcome to come and suggest new
Okay.
achievements.
As long as you're respectful.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I checked my first interview with Scott Davis, who is the creator, the
Hmm.
original creator of Retro Achievements. We did this interview in 2013, so 7 years ago.
Hmm.
But I believe the site and this feature was existed before that. So, would you like to tell us a little bit about how it got created and
Okay.
how, for example, when you joined, if we were to compare how it was when you joined, because
Hmm.
that's where when you started knowing it a little bit more from the inside,
Hmm.
how it's different from now from that point in time.
Well, first, you asked about how it was created, and well,
Yeah.
Scott is he's an experienced game programmer, and the story, at least the story I'm aware of, is that in 2012 he was working on GoldenEye 007 Reloaded for Xbox and PlayStation 3, and at the end of the development, they were working to add achievements for that game. And well, he noticed that a big part of the achievements for GoldenEye were based on different quantities of things that happen in the game, and these things are stored in the game's memory. And at that time, he also started to play with the source code of Genesis emulator, Mega Drive emulator, and it's an emulator called Gens or Gens, not sure how to pronounce. And well, I think these two facts. He realizing how achievements work for GoldenEye and being able to tweak the source code of an emulator. These two facts, I think, it sparked the idea. Maybe we can have achievements for emulators,
Yeah.
and and then he started to tweak the emulator, looking in the RAM of the emulated game for addresses where things are stored, like how many rings Sonic got. And after some research, he managed to implement the achievement feature in that emulator. And if I'm not mistaken, Sonic was the first one he was working. That's why Sonic is the game number one in the retro achievements. I mean, the game ID of Sonic is the number one. But well,
Okay.
only the emulator thing wasn't enough. The players would want to keep track of their achievements, right? And I think that after working on the GoldenEye, he had some free time and started to learn web development and managed to create the Retro Achievements website where people could create their accounts and log their progress on the games. And well, I think that's it. That's the brief history of the
Mm-hmm.
creation of the Retro Achievements project. But
Yep.
talking about how it's different today, well, I think after some time, Scott became involved with real life demands, and the project's evolution went into a hiatus. Some people managed to keep creating achievements, but the platform wasn't evolving that much as we wanted. And well, in 2017, the staff the the staff of the Retro Achievements created a Discord server, and but well, the admin staff of the Retro Achievements at that time wasn't very very clear about their tasks. And we are it was like, well, we are taking care of the website, but they didn't have access to the code, to the website code and stuff like that. And well, since we we started to use Discord, a Discord server as our main way of communication, people started to get involved more easily.
Yeah.
And it was at that time that I was working with Laravel to improve RetroArch compatibility, and in my opinion, it was a big evolution, as I said, because it opened the achievements feature for non-Windows users. And later, is exactly because of this contribution, I was invited to become an admin. And one of the first things I did as an admin was to create the documentation project, because before that, the achievement creation knowledge was scattered in several forum posts, and it was really hard to find them. Then I decided to start the documentation project, and it's currently helping dozens of junior developers to create content for the community. And today, one thing that was unbelievable years ago is that today we have like two or three achievement sets being released every day. uh,
Wow.
yeah, it's an awesome. It's unbelievable. It would be unbelievable.
It's an achievement
Yeah, it's an
in
achievement.
itself.
Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
another big achievement was in 2018, because Scott opened the source code of the website, and it allowed us to take this burden from his back and start contributing and fixing very many bugs that the website had. And at that time, an experienced web developer named Lukeos joined us. He's a very knowledgeable web developer, and he's helping a lot. And and we can see, and later another experienced software developer joined us. His name is Jamiros, and he's been doing an awesome work in the emulation front. And as you can see, we were starting to have more specialized people taking care of a different front of the Retro Achievements project. Yeah. And well,
Hmm.
it was helping a lot to improve the overall project.
Yeah.
And well, we are very lucky to have those two very knowledgeable, experienced guys with us. And um, and another thing, since we started to use Discord, we also created some procedures like code of conduct for users and another one for achievement creators. And I think it's helping a lot to avoid the previous anarchy and with many disputes or arguments that happens in the early days of retro achievements.
Mhm.
And another, uh, I think another big thing that happened in our scene, and thanks to the work of Lerodel and Jamiros, was the RA Libretto multi emulator. Um, it's not exactly a friendly emulator for players, but it's useful for creating achievements. And thanks to this software, we can now support many different consoles. And well, before RA Libretto, each console had its own emulator to create achievements, and it required a lot of, let's say, duplicated work to add support for new consoles. And RA Libretto changed this. And
Mm.
the name is RA Libretto because it used the same API as RetroArch. Maybe I'm going too far into technical details, but when people who are used to RetroArch, they understand
Mhm.
the concept of cores. You choose a core,
Yes.
yeah, you choose a core to emulate NES, to emulate Mega Drive, and RA Libretto use the same cores to emulate different systems. And when Laravel created this emulator, it was really cool, really easy. Now it's really easy to add support for new consoles thanks to the
Okay.
work of these guys. Yeah.
So a good question to follow up with that would be uh, how many consoles roughly
Uh,
are now do you have achievements for or games where
uh,
those consoles have achievements for?
I think I will need to. I never counted.
Never
Let's check.
counted. Yeah.
Let's check the website. Yeah, but well, the classic
But
ones
so
for sure.
maybe a better question would be how uh, how close to modern gaming are you now with
Well,
retro
the
achievements?
more modern we have is Nintendo DS.
Okay.
Okay, I have the list of all supported systems, and it will be a bit tedious, but let's go. uh, 30, 30 Sega 32X, 3DO arcade games, Atari 2600, 7800, Atari Jaguar, Atari Lynx, ColecoVision, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Gear, MSX, Odyssey, Master System, Mega Drive, NES, Neo Geo Pocket, Nintendo 64, Nintendo DS, PC Engine, PlayStation, SNES, Saturn, Sega CD, Vectrex, really old, Virtual Boy, that weird thing, red thing,
Yes.
and Wonder Swan. Yeah, I think that's it.
Mhm. That's amazing. That's a lot of systems.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you can always go. You can always count on Nintendo, so you can. They don't have an achievement system yet, so you can
Yeah.
go as far as the Nintendo Switch for now, and you will be able to create new achievements. If you run out of consoles and if you run out of games, retro games, you can still do things for the Nintendo systems.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, but that's amazing. That's amazing. Very, very good job. Very good job.
Yeah.
Meleu, let's take a quick break. Okay, we've been talking for a little bit. We're
Mhm.
going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I have a surprise for you.
Okay.
Okay, because you're a special guest on the Sega Lounge, and I always like to treat my guests, well and be friendly. So you'll have a surprise, and
Okay.
then we'll keep talking a little bit more about retro achievements.
Is it is it
Okay?
is it a caipirinha?
That would be awesome. I love caipirinha, and I would love to drink one right now with you. And
Okay.
it would fit the theme of the lounge. We
Yeah.
should have drinks for our guests,
Okay.
and then virtual drinks.
Okay.
I'm gonna work on that for the future. Yes.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
This episode of the Sega Lounge is sponsored by Podpage. Let me be frank, I have no web dev skills whatsoever. When I thought of bringing back the Sega Lounge as a podcast earlier this year, I started looking for a way to create a good looking and functional website for it. I was able to find different options and even some for free, but they either were lacking in features that I wanted to have or were not directly aimed at podcast creators. That's when I heard of Podpage, which was still in its beta stages at that time. Not only was it at its inception already a great way to create and customize a podcast-centric website, but as the weeks went by, new features were added that improved upon the original concept. And the awesome part is it continues to get new features every month. Not only that, but you get top-tier customer service from the creator of Podpage himself. I highly recommend Podpage, and if you're looking for a way to create a professional podcast website, you can check it out by going to thesegalounge.com/podpage. Try it for free with your own podcast by going to thesegalounge.com/podpage. Welcome back, Meleu. Welcome back to the Sega Lounge.
Okay.
It's time for your surprise. Are you excited?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Okay, so your surprise is something that we do every week on the Sega Lounge with our guests, and it's called the Sega Lounge Challenge.
Now that you know our guests, it's time to put them to the test. It's the moment we've waited for, and the moment they dread.
Welcome to your doom.
I mean, welcome to the Sega Lounge Challenge.
Oh, I love challenges.
Oh, good. That's good. That's a different answer than I'm used to. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, from the Retro Achievements community, it's
yeah.
usual to love challenges.
Yes. Yes. You're used to fixing problems as well, right? So
Yeah.
if you have a problem, you fix it. You create a way to make it work. Okay.
Okay.
So that's good. That's good. That's good because what is the Sega Lounge Challenge? It can be anything I want. But this week, I thought to myself, well, we have to do something retro achievement related. So
cool.
what I have here is the Sega Retro Achievements Challenge.
Awesome.
What is that, you ask? It's awesome, but it's also maybe a bit tricky. So I have the names of 10 retro achievements that are real retro achievements that are part of retroachievements.org. So these are real. I haven't made any of them up. They are all real.
Okay.
Your challenge will be to guess, or maybe you know, but guess what game in a Sega console they're from. Okay?
Oh,
So
okay.
just from the name of the challenge.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah.
So if you want to, these are multiple choice questions.
Yeah.
So I can give you options.
That would help.
But
Yes.
only if you need, because you are like the retro achievements guru.
Okay. Let's try.
You know them all, right? Say yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, of course. Okay. So are you ready for the Sega Retro Achievements Challenge?
We are never ready, but let's try it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. So 10, right? Let's start with number 1.
Okay.
Art Museum.
Oh,
Okay. Art Museum.
do I have?
Do you
a
need
chance?
options?
I would guess Bonanza Brothers.
So
because there is
you don't want
Okay,
options?
yeah, I want options. Yeah, I want.
I don't know. It's okay. It's cool. As I said, you know them all. So if you don't need options,
but I remember that. Yeah. Let's see. Will my point, my retro points would be decreased if I use the options?
just maybe your pride. Maybe
Yeah.
your pride would be right. But it's the same point. So 1 point for question, for answer, for
Okay.
correct answer. So it's okay.
It is Bonanza Brothers. I'm pretty sure because I mastered that game, and I remember there. Actually, I don't. I'm not really sure if it's the last stage, but I know that there is a stage which is an art museum.
Hmm. So, final answer, right?
Yeah,
Bonanza Brothers.
Bonanza Brothers. Yes.
Okay. So now that this is the final answer, it's locked in. We can't change anything. I'm going to
It's
tell you
written.
what the options were. Okay.
Okay.
So option A was Bonanza Brothers on the Mega Drive.
Hmm.
Option B, World of Illusion on the Mega Drive. Option C, Sonic CD on the Mega CD. Your answer is. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm
Are you
sure.
still sure about your answer?
Yeah. A.
Your answer is, Meleu. Correct.
Correct.
Good
Oh, yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. Very good.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is, of course, Bonanza Brothers. It's funny that you mentioned this game before. I didn't know about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
This
Interesting.
was not planned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with number 2.
Hmm.
Number 2 is That Was Easy. That Was Easy.
It's the title of the achievement.
That's the title of the achievement.
Oh.
That was easy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I will need the options.
Okay. So option A, Echo the Dolphin on the Mega Drive. Option B, The Lion King on the Mega Drive. Option C, Sonic the Hedgehog on the Mega Drive.
Mm,
That was easy.
that was easy. Well, I will guess. The option A. I forgot the option A.
Echo the Dolphin, The Lion King, and Sonic the Hedgehog.
I will guess. Sonic the Hedgehog. But
Sonic the Hedgehog.
yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
it's like those tests in school where you have to guess something. I'm not really sure, but I will guess letter C.
Are you lucky? Let's see if you're a lucky person or not.
Okay.
So this is your final answer, right? Option C, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, yeah,
No turning back now.
yeah.
Your
It's
answer is correct.
oh yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
it is Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, and by the way, I didn't tell you that the first one, Art Museum, was Clear Stage in Art Museum from Bonanza Brothers. This is Complete the First Act of Green Hill Zone in Sonic the Hedgehog on the Mega Drive. This is
Oh,
what That Was Easy is about.
oh yeah.
So good job. 2
Okay.
points. 2
Oh.
points. Well done. 2 out of 10.
Okay.
Can we at least get 6? Right?
Well, I
6
hope
out of
so.
10 is a good score. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Number 3, Meleu.
Okay.
A Dragon's Power. A Dragon's Power.
Dragon's power.
A Dragon's Power. Any idea?
I think I will need the the options.
The options.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Option A for A Dragon's Power. Option A is yes.
Before you say the options, I think it's something related to Wonder Boy.
Okay.
Let's check if the
So let's see. Let's
Okay.
see if there's Wonder Boy in here. So option A, Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap on the Master System.
Mhm.
Master System. Option B, Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle on the Mega Drive. Option C, Prince of Persia on the Mega CD, actually.
Um,
So
I-
Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap, Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle, Prince of Persia.
I don't remember any Dragon Prince of Persia. Well, I will stick with Wonder Boy. Letter A.
So Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap.
Dragon's Trap. Yeah.
Have you ever played Wonder Boy 3?
Actually not. I only played.
What did you think about Wonder Boy when I
because-
said the name of
Yeah, because I remember it's an interesting story about Sega in Brazil too. I remember there is a game with Monica.
Oh, Turma da Monica, right?
Yeah. And it was just it was like a hack in,
Mm-hmm.
of Wonder Boy, and I remember vaguely. I remember there was a dragon there,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
I didn't played Wonder Boy actually.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's see if you are right and you have another point. Your answer is absolutely correct.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that was lucky.
Well done. Good job. Good job. That's it. Wonder Boy 3, the Dragon's Trap. A Dragon's power is collect your first fireball item. That's
Oh, okay.
the achievement. Okay.
You have to
Doing
defeat.
great.
You have to defeat
Yeah,
the dragon.
Yeah, so you actually find the dragon at the beginning of the game,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to play through, and you get a curse. You get cursed with, I think you get turned into a lizard. Then you get different transformations, and then in the end you'll need to defeat the dragon again. There's a remastered version of the game that was released like 3 or 4 years ago
Mm-hmm.
on modern systems. Very fun. Okay. Number 4, Meleu. You're doing great. Number 4 is Holy Cow.
Holy cow!
Holy Cow.
Tojan Earl. I don't know. Let's see the options.
Let's see the options. Option A, Earthworm Jim on the Mega Drive.
Oh yeah, Earthworm Jim is known to be saying random sentences like that. Okay, let's see the
Option
other
B. Option B. Let's go with the other ones. Option B is Alex Kidd in Miracle World on the Master System.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Option C, Toe Jam and Earl on the Mega Drive.
Yeah, now I'm I'm
Which one?
A or C. Well, I will follow my instinct and say the letter A, Earthworm Jim, because I remember
Earthworm Jim.
I remember him saying many funny things.
Mm-hmm.
But
this is not like a sentence, or it could be, but it's an achievement. So, do you think this would fit into Earthworm Jim?
Well, holy cows!
Holy cow!
Holy cow! There is a cow. I think there is a cow in the game. I can't remember. Well, Earthworm Jim. That's my answer.
Earthworm Jim is your answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Final answer, right?
Yeah.
Let's go with that. Okay. So, let me start by saying that Earthworm Jim does have a cow.
Yeah, I remember.
Does have a cow.
Yes.
And the first level, and not just the first level, but there's cows in many parts of the game.
Yeah, I remember. I knew Earthworm Jim before actually playing the game, but by seeing the magazines, the old
cartoon,
the old
magazines
from the 90s, and I was really interested into playing that game. Well, many funny things happen.
Yeah,
many nonsense.
Okay. Yeah. Just let me ask you a question before I tell you the answer. You said Toe Jam and Earl before I gave you the options. Why?
Yeah, because they also talk random stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and then I told you that it was an option. You said no, it's Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, because I remember the actual call in the game, Earthworm Jim.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, let's see. Let me start by telling you that Toe Jam and Earl is not the correct answer.
Oh.
Earthworm Jim is not the correct answer either. The correct answer is Alex Kidd in Miracle World on the Master System. Yeah. So
Is there a cow?
the achievement is defeat the ox in the village of Namui using only bare fists. There's an ox, so it's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
close to a cow.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why it's called Holy Cow.
Yeah, interesting. Good.
Okay, so that's it. So no problem. 3
Okay.
points so far. Doing great. Let's go with number 5.
Okay, let's go.
Number 5 is the floor is lava.
Ah,
The floor is lava.
there are many games with the achievement like that. I actually I created one with this name, and it is usually we achievement creators use this name to mean you can't stay touching standing on the floor. Well,
Yeah.
I created one named "The Floor Is Lava" for Shinobi 3, but well, let's see the options. I know
Yeah,
Sonic.
let's
I know Sonic has an achievement with that name too. But
okay.
well,
So let's see if from these ones that I have here,
okay,
if we can see which one it is.
okay.
Option A, Sonic the Hedgehog on the Mega Drive.
Hmm.
Option B, Aladdin on the Mega Drive. Option C, Sonic and Knuckles on the Mega Drive.
I will guess letter A, Sonic 1, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
I remember this achievement.
Okay.
I think it's Beat Seconds
Not
Stage
Sonic
2.
not Sonic and Knuckles. No.
No, Sonic 1.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, Sonic 1.
And
Final answer.
final answer, yeah. And let's
So
use
you said
and let's use this
Yeah.
opportunity to shameless self promotion and tell
Yes.
and tell the listeners to play Shinobi 3 too. Shinobi 3 because
Yes.
I created that with it was like my the last achievement set I worked on, and I'm really happy with the
Okay, so
results.
go play Shinobi 3.
Okay, yeah,
Return of the Ninja Master. Yes,
yeah,
that's
and
all.
and
Should all go play that.
yeah, and you know you will have to unlock an achievement named "The Floor Is Lava" too.
Yes. And remember, when you unlock that achievement, remember this interview.
Yeah,
Remember us. Remember us.
and go
remember
to
Meleu.
go to my user wall and say thanks for creating these achievements.
Or curse you. This was so hard. This was very difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to the answer. You said Sonic the Hedgehog.
Letter A.
Letter A. So both Aladdin and Sonic and Knuckles have levels with lava. The answer, however, is Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fun fact: there's the floor is lava achievement in Sonic 2 as well.
Oh.
But this is get to Marble Zone, so it's get to the second level of the game, which has lava. Yeah. Okay, good job. So 4 points, 4 out of 5 so far, which is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Good job. Yeah. Let's see. We're halfway there. Let's take a look at number 6.
Okay.
Okinawan Dojo.
What?
Okinawan Dojo.
Okay.
It's a dojo. Any idea of
Oh.
possible game?
No, something. Well, some ninja game.
Okay.
Well, let's check the options.
Yeah,
to
let's
see-
check the options.
Yeah.
Okay, option A, The Revenge of Shinobi on the Mega Drive. Option B, Alex Kidd in Shinobi World on the Master System. Option C, Shinobi on the Master System.
I will guess letter B, Alex Kidd in Shinobi World.
Why?
Because I think he needs to go to different masters to learn ninja stuff. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing.
Okay. So, final answer? Option B?
Yeah.
They're all ninjas, right? All ninja-based games.
Yeah.
Shinobi.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Yeah.
you're saying Alex Kidd.
but the other the letter A and C, well, at a first sight, I see them as actual masters of the ninja art, and Alex Kidd is just learning, and I think he needs to go to dojos. That was my thinking.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. That's a very interesting way of thinking.
Yeah.
And I am happy to tell you that your answer is incorrect.
Oh.
Incorrect. No, it's Shinobi on the Master System.
Oh.
It's Shinobi on the Master System, and the achievement is obtain the nunchaku.
Oh yeah.
So it's what you get when you do this in the game. Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay, let's go with 7, shall we?
Okay, let's go.
The priceless can. The priceless can.
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna get anywhere with this, so I'm gonna give you the options, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you tell me you know what it is already.
No, I don't know.
No, okay. Option A, Shining Force CD on the Mega CD. Option B, Fantasy Star on the Master System. Option C, The Story of Thor, or Beyond Oasis, as it's known in the US, for the Mega Drive.
Well,
So Shining Force, Fantasy Star, or The Story of Thor, Beyond Oasis.
I will guess letter A, but just a random guess. I don't know this one.
Have you played any of these games?
No. Letter C. Which one was letter C?
The Story of Thor. I don't know if it's called The Story of Thor or Beyond Oasis. In Europe it's The Story of Thor.
Mm-hmm.
In the US, it's called Beyond Oasis. I'm not sure how it was released in Brazil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't play.
Okay,
those ones.
So, Shining Force CD is your guess.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Final answer. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Final answer. Okay. Yeah. Let's go with that. And the answer is incorrect.
Oh.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
It was Fantasy Star. Fantasy Star on the Master System. This is
it's an RPG.
Yes, it's an RPG. They are all RPGs, but the third one is an action RPG. The first two ones are JRPGs, are turn-based RPGs.
Oh,
so, yeah. The priceless can is obtain Laconian pot from Nekise.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course. Yes, familiar. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 left, and you've got 4 points.
Oh,
so we want at least 2 more points, right? So we you can still make it.
Okay.
Not option, but question or achievement number 8. Bridge construction. Bridge construction.
Sin City. Let's see the options. Yeah.
Let's look at the options. Option A, Sonic the Hedgehog on the Master System. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Option B, Alex Kidd in Miracle World on the Master System as well.
Mm-hmm.
Option C, Streets of Rage on the Mega Drive.
Oh, I remember there is a bridge, Streets of Rage, but actually there is a bridge on almost every beat 'em up game. Well, I will guess Streets of Rage because I remember that there is a bridge and there is a life item, a 1-up item in this stage. And I remember that the life is near to a hill, where a place where you can fall and lose a life, and it's tricky to get the life, and if an enemy beats you, you will fall and lose a life. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
So your final answer is C, Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage, yeah.
On the Mega Drive.
Mega Drive, yeah.
Let me start by telling you that Sonic the Hedgehog on the Master System has a level called Bridge Zone.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
So that could be the answer.
Yeah, but
The answer,
I remember this
yes.
thing about the bridge being incomplete and some cones to say to mean that it's under construction. I remember this from Streets of Rage. That's my guess, and I'm confident. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. You're sure of it. So your answer is correct.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Bridge construction complete stage 2 in Streets of Rage Mega Drive. Good job.
Nice,
Well
nice.
done. Well done.
Yeah,
Very good. Very good. Five points so far. Good job.
yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting. It's an interesting challenge to force my memory.
You're doing great. Doing great.
Nice.
Achievement number 9. Retro achievement number 9. I smell a rat. I smell a rat.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay. I will need the options.
Yeah, you'll need the options. So we have 3 options. Option A, Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse on the Master
I
System.
played this one. Okay, let's go to
Okay.
the other ones. Yeah.
Option B, Comic Zone on the Mega Drive.
Oh yeah, Comic Zone. I'm pretty sure Comic Zone. No, okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
No need for
No,
option C?
no.
No?
Let's see the option C.
Sonic and Knuckles on the Mega Drive. So Castle of Illusion, Comic Zone, or Sonic and Knuckles.
Oh, I'm divided into A or B, but I remember there is a rat in the Comic Zone. Okay, I'm going with letter B, Comic Zone.
Do you remember the name of the rat, by the way?
No.
Nope.
No.
Roadkill. Roadkill.
Roadkill. Yeah, I remember that the game is about. It's a really interesting game with many movements. You have to guess.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, currently we have game facts and sites where you can see the secret codes. But well, in the 90s, it was more fun to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going with Comic Zone
Yeah.
for 6 points, right?
Oh,
That's the goal here.
Let's go. Yeah. Comic
Let's
Zone.
go. Your answer is correct.
Oh,
Good.
Yeah.
Good job. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, the achievement is I smell a rat. It's rescue and pick up your pet rat, Roadkill.
Roadkill. Yeah.
Roadkill.
Yeah.
Also the name of the band that played the soundtrack to the game, Roadkill.
Yeah.
Okay, good job.
Nice.
So one question left. You can still get it or make it to 7 points, which would be great.
Yeah.
So let's go with number 10.
Okay.
Magic Carpet Ride.
Oh, Aladdin. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's check the options.
Let's check the options though. World of Illusion on the Mega Drive.
Oh yeah, there is this one.
Okay. B, Aladdin on the Game Gear. C, Shining Force CD on the Mega CD.
What?
So
Word of
Magic Carpet Ride is the achievement.
Mhm.
World of Illusion is option A. World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck
Yeah,
on the Mega
I
Drive.
remember it has a magic
Yeah.
carpet too.
Okay. Option B, Aladdin on the Game Gear.
Mhm.
Option C, Shining Force CD on the Mega CD, of course.
Well, I will need to guess, and I'm use my first answer without the the options. Aladdin.
So you're going to go with your gut feeling. So your first answer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go with Aladdin on the Game Gear.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Meleu. For glory. Can you make it? 7 points. Yes, it is Aladdin on the Game Gear. Well done. Good job.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So I went into World of Illusion to check if there was no achievement called Magic Carpet Ride. and there was not. So this is See the World with Princess Jasmine, stage 5 of Aladdin on the Game Gear. Good job.
That's
Good
romantic.
job. Well done. Yeah, very romantic.
Yeah.
7 points out of 10. It's an amazing result. Thank you very much and good job.
Yeah, nice,
Congratulations.
nice. I'm proud.
Yeah. And that means something important. That means that you get the official Sega Lounge seal of approval, which I will send to you
Nice. It's a badge I can put on my Retro
through
Achievements
email.
profile.
Oh, that would be a good idea. That would be a good idea. Not many people have this,
Yeah.
and so it's a badge of honor, I
Yeah.
would say.
Nice.
So I will send it to you in a little bit. But thank you very much for taking part
Oh,
in the Sega Lounge
nice.
challenge. Good
Nice.
job, good job. Okay, so before we go,
Mhm.
let's talk a little bit more about RetroAchievements.org. So you already mentioned several facts about the website, about this feature, about the community. Um,
Mhm.
have you guys planned? Are there any plans to implement new features, new functions into the website or the achievements themselves? Are there
Mhm.
any plans people should be aware of when it comes
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
future of?
Sure, sure. And well, there are some known problems on the website, and as I said about the history, Scott managed to create the website, but well, web development is not his area of expertise. And fortunately, we have Lucaeus with us, and he's an experienced, as I said, he's an experienced web developer and is currently working in a new version of the website, coded entirely from scratch. And well, the, actually, there is a meme in the Retro Achievements community where people are always asking V2 when V2 meaning the version 2, the second version of the website.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
and well, I'm also improving a lot my web development skills, and I want to join the development of the website once Lucaeus finish the main architecture. And well, what people, the users can expect to see a more polished website soon, and with modern features you usually see on modern forums or social networks. Things like mention, you can mention a person, notifications,
Mhm.
and maybe you will can create a list of games you want to play, and create a, let's say, a to-do list of games.
Oh,
And well, that's it. Once the main architecture is done, we will go. We will be able to implement these modern features, and I'm excited to see that. There is no, we can't promise a day for it to be released, but well, I saw some a prototype of this, and it's looking great. And well, hopefully this year or in the January. Well, I can't promise anything. I
in the
think
near future.
look,
In the near future.
yeah, in the near future, I guess.
Okay.
And well,
You are working hard on it. That's what you can promise people. We're working hard on it, so
yeah, yeah,
it'll be done
and
soon.
and I'm sure, and well, this pandemic thing was an unfortunate thing, but it affected anyone, and especially parents, people who have kids, and with kids not going to school. And well, I think it took many of my free time, and I think it took Lucao's time too, and it delayed a bit because of this pandemic. But um, well, hopefully it will happen soon. And well,
Yeah.
you asked also about achievements, and the thing is that achievement sets are constantly being improved. And by the way, sometimes it's a reason of some heated arguments because we do not lock the achievement sets. I mean, once an achievement set is released, it's not written in stone. It's still open for
Hmm.
improvements, and we have some procedures to in order to allow changes in the achievement set. But usually, the achievement creators post in the forums about their plans, what they want to change, and then the achievement creators community vote about the change. And well, sometimes it caused some heated arguments because players who already have the mastery badge of a game sometimes become frustrated because of that, like having a badge for a game they don't have all achievements unlocked. But well, turns out that the project is and will always be open for improvements. Then if someone appears with great ideas for creative achievements and some creator the creators community approves the change, they will get implemented. So well,
Hmm.
we are constantly improving, and it's also a good way to get the regular users involved. Is exactly that, suggesting new achievements about games they really love and they know very well.
Hmm.
No, I think that's it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So people can expect that to evolve as well with the years and to
Yeah,
be
yeah, our
tweaked,
achievements
improved.
library. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, excellent.
actually, it was one of the main things that got me uh, be amazed and love this community because there is a NES game called GI Joe. It's a very very interesting game because you choose your team and each character has a feature. Well, anyways, this game didn't have achievements, and I suggested some, and an achievement created popped and implemented my suggestion. I became really satisfied. Just as a regular user, I felt like being part of the project, and it's a cool feeling.
Yeah.
Regular users can be part of the project of the community too.
Mhm. Yeah. So I joked about that before, but it's actually encouraged that people should suggest uh, new achievements and
Hmm.
improvements if they know the game, if they
Exactly.
think things
If
should be
they think
improved.
that there is let's say if you don't need to be concerned about if the game already has an achievement set. If you
Mhm.
Even if it has an achievement set and let's say there is an Easter egg, you think an achievement should be addressing that Easter egg, you can suggest that. It's an interesting way to improve the overall project, the quality.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Let's
yeah.
say people are if let's try to be simple and brief and to the point, but let's say people are not familiar with retro achievements. They learned about it by listening to this interview.
Mhm.
They are interested in using it when playing emulated games. What would you tell people to do to get retro achievements running on their, for example, RetroArch or RetroPie? What should they do? Should they go to the website? What's the first step?
Yeah, the first step is to go to retroachievements.org and create an account, and
Mhm.
and then go to the download section and download an emulator. And well, it's an interesting question. Fortunate, it's fortunate that you asked that because we don't. We are very strict with no sharing ROMs in our website because there is a legal risk to promote this activity in our website. We can't share links to download copyrighted material in our forums, and well, people have to find out how they can find the games by their own.
Mhm.
And well, if you have any problem with configuring your stuff, you can join our Discord. There is a help me channel there where people are always happy to help. And that's basically it. And probably if the listener is a real newcomer to the emulation thing, probably they will have some problem to do the initial configuration of RetroArch. But I'm really aware that there are many useful YouTube videos showing how to do the initial setup. Mm,
Hmm.
and
And it's really very simple, actually. It's very, very simple. It's
yeah,
just a
yeah,
matter of connecting your account. So it's
yeah.
the easiest part of configuring all the RetroArch things and
Hmm.
all the cores. So retro achievements, setting up retro achievements is the easiest part. So
Yeah,
don't worry.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, what I see that many people get confused is because RetroArch doesn't have that usual look and feel of a Windows application with where you use the mouse to control stuff.
Mhm.
It was a software uh, created to be controlled with a joystick, and sometimes people get confused by that. But well, there are many YouTube tutorials where you can check and learn.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Okay. I know there's also a new project, a recent project that you would like to talk about called RA News, Retro Achievements News. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about that?
The Array News is a project we've started a few months ago, and one of the intentions is to give to the community that feeling of having a monthly magazine. That's a retro feeling, right? Well, I started the Array News project because I was noticing many cool things happening in our scene here and there, but scattered in Discord or in forum threads that, in matter of days or even hours, were being buried, therefore being missed by a big portion of the community. And hopefully, with Array News, the community can have a centralized place to check what's going on. It's been really cool to produce that and see the community get involved. I'm the Array News web developer and the editor, but the contents are being produced mainly by the community members. And I think that it's valuable to give them that feeling that they are part of the project. People can contribute with articles advertising their favorite achievement sets, share tips to master a game, share achievement creation tips, and also in each issue we publish a list with all brand new achievement sets released in the previous month. So it's a good thing to check it out. What's the new stuff being published on the site, and also all the achievement sets that were changed, which competitions are open to join, and many other cool stuff. I think any retro fan will enjoy to at least give it a try. You just need to go to news.retroachievements.org and you will have access to the latest issue and can also check the previous ones.
That's very cool. Meleu, one final question. I ask this question to all of my guests.
Okay.
Are you familiar with blast processing? No?
Blast processing. No.
I'll explain. I'll explain. In the 90s, Sega, especially Sega of America, said that the Genesis had blast processing, which made it more powerful, faster than the competition, than the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
So let's say it's not a real thing. It's just like a marketing
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
But let's say it's a real thing. And let's say you could add blast processing to anything in the world. What would it be and why? Anything.
In technology, no, in anything,
What anything. Whatever you want.
even to
Like
people.
even to people.
Okay. I would add blast processing to positivity. I see many negativity on the internet, and actually it wastes too much energy of people who like to contribute with open source project and stuff like that. And sometimes I see that the negativity and just people just trolling and just for nothing. You understood? Just bring
Yeah,
negativity with no profit of it, and sometimes it kills the motivation of good people and knowledgeable people, and they just give up contributing. And that's
Mhm.
it. Add please world, add blast processing to positivity.
Yes, yes, that's a very good answer. So, Meleu, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for coming on the Sega Lounge,
Okay.
for playing the game and beating the game
Oh yeah.
quite well.
Yeah, yeah.
Good job. All the best for RetroAchievements.org. Hopefully, we can see all of those features that you mentioned in the future very, very soon. All those social aspects of it, which will be very interesting to see and use in the future. And hopefully, you can come back in the future to tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay.
And maybe we can even play some games online, some retro games online soon.
Yeah.
Who knows?
For example, Shinobi 3.
Exactly. And unlock the floor is lava achievement.
Exactly. Nice.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Many thanks to Meleu for coming on the show. If you use emulators to play retro games, I urge you to check out RetroAchievements.org, create an account there, and connect it to your emulator. And feel free to share the best or hardest to get retro achievements that you get with me on Twitter at the Sega Lounge. I'd love to see them. If you want to see what it's like to get some retro achievements, stop by my Twitch channel sometime and you can see that and my poor gaming skills in action. And that's it for the week. Thank you very much for listening. And if you're not subscribed to the show already, please do it so you don't miss the next few episodes. And if you have a couple of minutes and you like what we're doing here, please consider writing a review on your podcast service of choice or by going to thesegalounge.com/rate. Have a great week and enjoy some games. Yakuza Like a Dragon is coming out in the next few days, which means more Sega goodness available for our gaming pleasure. Take care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye! The Sega Lounge, hosted by me, KC, and part of Radio Sega's network of live shows and podcasts. Theme song and incidental music by OSC. Find them at opussciencecollective.bandcamp.com. Got any suggestions? Drop me an email to podcast@thesegalounge.com. Follow us on Twitter @thesegalounge and like us at facebook.com/thesegalounge. You can find previous episodes of the show by going to thesegalounge.com and wherever fine podcasts are downloaded.